Hey there, Tenno, this is Shadow Scythe, and originally I was not intending on doing a video today, but holy fuck. For those of you that have completed the Chains of Hero quest and are aware of your operator just lurking somewhere on your ship with the whole "Hey kiddo" remark, for the longest time we all thought that that was a one and done deal. It's not. Because I have not replayed the quest, and my operator is sitting right in front of me, as you guys can clearly see. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, I was not expecting that to happen, so as soon as I heard the "Hey kiddo," it scared the ever-living shit out of me. And they said that they fixed this bug. Let's find out.
Wait, what bug?
About if you keep staring at it with the Warframe and transference into your operator, you can see it twice.
Oh, okay.
So we are going to find out. And they did not fix it because there is a double dose of what the fuck. Like, seriously, the hell? DE? Oh, and the creepy black and orange eyes. That is just weird.
Wait, it's still there?
Yes, it's still there.
I wonder. I wish you could like interact with him. That would be hilarious.
I mean,
It would be, would it not?
yes, it would, but I can't.
I know.
That is all kinds of creepy. And
Oh, so
what?
Never mind. No, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, was not expecting that, but since we'll get this out of the way, and just
Whenever you're done, I kind of want to put a comment in.
well, go ahead and put the comment in now, because for the most part, what I'm going to be doing is this video will be on my whole Zaw experience, because I have 3 different Zaws to play around with you guys. But first,
so my comment to put in is Rel kind of had the same thing going on with him in his mind, where there was like a shadow version of him. What if that is now happening to our operator because of the fact that we helped Rel out? And what if that is not necessarily transferred to us, but what if we're going through the same thing? That is my biggest question.
I mean, I guess it would make sense, in a way. But there was a lot of stuff that was kind of just left unanswered after the Chains of Hero.
I mean, maybe that's DE's, maybe this other operator is DE's way of bringing something else back up.
Well, and that's the thing, is a lot of the speculation in the community is that that's Bayless.
I forgot who Bayless was, but okay.
Well, then you're going to have to do some digging, because I really don't feel like explaining it.
That's
honestly,
okay.
I really couldn't explain it well enough without going back and digging through all the lore again myself, because unless it's fresh in my mind, I can't explain.
Oh wait, no, Bayless was the lover of Margulis, right?
That's about the only thing I could actually explain.
Okay, yeah, it's coming back. I remember now.
But anyway, as far as like my whole Zaw experience to show you guys, all of these Zaws are gilded. So we've got my dagger, which I named the Throat Slitter. Then we have my polearm, which was actually the first one I gilded, once I find it. The Dome Cleaver. And then my sword, the Disemboweler. I'm going to start it off with the dagger. And actually, it would be better if I switch that to Ivara. And actually, I'm just doing this all kinds of stupid because I can go to the fucking simulacrum and just show you guys how all 3 perform on the same fucking enemy. So let's do that. Orcus Relay. Skip this and this. Fast travel to Samaris. And right into the simulacrum. Alright. So first things first, settings. We're going to turn that on. We're going to do a... We'll put the enemy at the max, and we will make it a corrupted heavy gunner. 1, simulate. Well, it's actually doing fairly decent damage considering the fact that this is a one-handed dagger. Plus, with the mods that I have equipped, it does a fairly decent attack speed. Because I'm up to a 99 combo counter, and it's tearing apart this heavy gunner, no problem. Now, in an actual fight, I wouldn't have the invulnerability from the simulacrum, so 9 chances out of 10 is I'd probably have no shields and maybe 10% of my health. But now I want to try that again with the actual stealth bonus. So we are going to trigger my sleep arrow. Lackluster numbers. Of course, it spawns them in alerted, which makes doing that kind of hard. So that is it for the throat slitter, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the single daggers from Forging Zaws. That's actually really useful. Of course, you're gonna want to gild it and install a potato, because as you can see, I got just from gilding it, I only have one unused mod slot that I can easily fill out with one forma, actually, because if I put one in for either Prime Fury or Covert Lethality, it's gonna half the cost. And it'll give me what I need to throw on True Steel. So that's it for the throat slitter. So let's go to the dome cleaver, the pole arm that I made. Same thing. I'm not going to put it to sleep this time. Now this one's not doing as much because of the fact that the dagger was puncture damage, which is effective against armor. The sword and the polearm are slash, which are not. So this is already taking a lot longer. So all in all, it's going to come down to their overall damage types and how you have them modded. All of mine are modded in, or built in favor of critical damage. So actually, I'm going to drop the heavy gunner and we will throw on an ancient disruptor. Let's kill that and simulate the ancient disruptor so that we have a fleshy target to use the slash weapons on. So if you're using the appropriate damage types for whatever you're against, you can tear them apart fairly easily. Because I got up to a 41 combo counter with the polearm against a level 150 Ancient Disruptor. All that's left now is the sword. Same deal, it's primarily slash damage, so we will use a fleshy target in place of an armored one. And I am using the Vengeful Revenant stance, which is why it's doing that level of a combo. And that would have just killed it because I CC'd it off the fucking map. Like an idiot. So let's respawn it. And this time I won't use the block combo, which has that ground slam. There we go. It's a little bit slower, but it's actually fairly powerful when it's hits. And as you can see, for the little bit of non-crit numbers I'm getting yellow crits in the 2,000 to 3,000 range, which just tore it apart. But just so that it's effectively tested on everything to appease you guys, I will throw the heavy gunner back in, and we will just watch how badly this does against an armored target. Surprisingly enough, well, no, it's doing about the same as the polearm. Alright, so that's done. I will give you the full rundown on the builds on all of them. Now, first off, here is the build on the Disemboweler, Vengeful Revenant, Primed Pressure Point, Primed Fury, Buzzkill, Maiming Strike, Jagged Edge, Blood Rush, Rending Strike, and I'm actually using the Quickening to give it a little bit more attack speed. I'm going to have to put in a Forma so that I can up this, because my whole thing with melee weapons is I tend not to do channeling builds. Now, granted, there are some weapons that a channeling build is really effective. Zaws might actually be one of them. However, I did this in favor of the fact that every piece for the sword is actually one that favors weight and damage over the lightness and agility. So yes, it hits fairly hard, but it's a very slow weapon, as you can see by the 1.08 attack speed, even with Primed Fury equipped. Now the overall comparison for the base stats: 0.717 attack speed, 22% crit chance, 18% status, a 198 leap attack, a 212 spin, a 396 wall attack, 24.8 impact, 34.6 puncture, and 39.6 slash. The Dome Cleaver is a 0.933 attack speed with 25% crit chance, a 181 leap attack, a 194 spin, 18% status, and a 151 wall attack with 9 impact, 36 puncture, and 45 slash. Now the build on the Dome Cleaver: Clashing Forest, Prime Pressure Point, Primed Fury, Buzzkill, Maiming Strike, Blood Rush, Organ Shatter, Jagged Edge, and Finishing Touch. Now, yes, I can rank Finishing Touch up more, but that is only for the finisher damage. So the overall damage for it is coming from the first, 7 mods out of the 8? Giving it the total of 140 attack speed, the 25% critical chance that will actually increase with combo multiplier by 120% thanks to Blood Rush because of its stacking, 875.4 leap, 936.9 spin, 725.7 wall attack, 21.3 impact, 85.2 puncture, and 330.2 slash. And then the final one out of the 3 is all the way at the bottom of my fucking weapon list. Oops. With base stats of 1.08 attack speed, 18% crit, 128 leap attack, 137 spin, 18% status, 192 wall, 3.2 impact, 38.4 puncture, and 22.4 slash. Now the build on it, as I showed you guys before, Stinging Thorn, which is actually one of the new single dagger stances. Prime Pressure Point, Covert Lethality for the additional damage on stealth attacks or finishers. Prime Fury, Augur Strike, Maiming Strike, Sundering Strike, and Organ Shatter, with a total of 1.63 attack speed, 18% critical chance, 904 leap, 951.5 spin, 18% status, 1,245.3 wall attack, 12.5 impact, 465 puncture, and 87.5 slash. Hands down, I have to say, yes, the Zaw experience for a lot of players might be lackluster. However, I'd say that if you've got the time to put into actually farming the resources and crafting and at least guilding one, I'd say it's definitely worth it for a fairly decent mid-tier weapon. It may not be something that you end up using in the endgame, but whether you keep it or not, it turns out to be nice mastery fodder. It's a unique thing that they've added to the game, for this being the first time that Digital Extremes has ever added a weapon crafting system of this caliber before. And I gotta say that they did alright for it being the first time that they did this. And they've said before that they were adding like a set number of grip types, blades, and all that from the start. However, it was a database, so to speak, that they would build upon. So what we have right now is not the end of it. There will be more to come in the future. Just as to when that happens, that remains to be seen. So, with all that said and done, thank you guys so much for tuning in and dealing with my little rampant bullshit at the very beginning because of the fucking operator being back and scaring the shit out of me. So, if you guys like this video for whatever reason, hit that like button and subscribe, and be sure to follow me on Twitter or player.me for all things related to YouTube, Twitch, and any sort of IRL derp that could be causing a delay or a cancellation. If you guys didn't like this video, check out some of the other videos on my channel. Something there may catch your fancy, whereas this video did not. And until next time, Tenno, stick to the shadows.